Hey everybody. Hey Rob Zombie Chick. You say you love Robert Englund and Freddy versus Jason. Probably he was the best thing about that damn movie. I'll just say that. Um, and we'll be getting to that movie, just not quite yet. Uh, we haven't even gotten into the Nightmare on Elm Street stuff yet. Um, But I have a little confession to make. It's not that I didn't get to see the movies. It's that I went through the second film I was going to talk about, The Courage and the Passion from 1978. And I just went through it again. And I see Robert Englund nowhere in the film. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know if his footage was cut or if the versions I found on YouTube, and there were two different versions, and both of them I didn't see Robert Englund in anywhere in the background or anything. But he is listed in the credits at the end as a character, Sergeant Bell. So I will talk about the movie, but I can't say anything about Robert Englund's performance because I didn't see it. Now, I don't know if there's another Robert Englund that spells his name the same way, or what happened, but apologies that I won't really be able to talk about his performance per se for this movie. But the other two, I will be able to. Yes, Blissful, agreed. We need his Google knowledge. Maybe he can shed some light on why I did not see Robert Englund in this film after looking at it three different times. Um, so, hey, Super Batman Nerd. So, we've got Rob Zombie Chick in here. I hope she's still in here. Blissful and Super Batman Nerd. I am going to go turn my little heater on before we get started with stuff because I was running behind as usual. All right. So, before we get started talking about these Robert Englund movies, well, two Robert Englund movies and one in which I could not find him, um, I will do a little housekeeping stuff. There is a new design on the T Public page uh, for the Dead Pit Drive-By shirt, which I will go ahead and. What movie was I talking about, Super Batman Nerd, that I couldn't find Robert Englund in, but he's in the credits? It was a made-for-TV film called The Courage and the Passion from 1978. So, Sir Baminer, if you can shed any light on that, I'd be happy to have whatever information that people could provide for me on that. Um, but I'm going to go ahead and share. Whoops. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and gals. And you can see that we do have a new design on here. Let me make that a little bit bigger. This is the design I came up with. You guys and gals can all thank Blissful for encouraging me to make a Dead Pit drive-by um, image for t-shirts and mugs and stickers and magnets and all pillows, all kinds of things. So if you're not into getting t-shirts, you can also get hoodies and tanks and sweatshirts and all kinds of stuff. Now, the great thing about this is it's a new design. So, usually for a couple of days, they will put those new designs on sale. So, right now, you can get this in many different sizes and colors for only $16. After the 2-day period, it goes up to $22. Okay. So this is the one I thought was kind of cute. You know, you finally made it when you get Dead Pit drive-bys on your streams. So we've got CK in this, Uncle Bill, uh, Steve, or AKA the captain, and me there, all in that little green car. How did we all fit in there? No, I'm just kidding. Um, so we have that one. Um, we also have the Canadian horror T-shirt with me holding a Moosehead beer. It's not horror if it ain't Canadian horror. So, all of you guys and gals that love Canadian horror, you can still get this shirt for $16 right now. Don't delay because they're going to go up to $22. Like the little Stevie Torrance shirt has went up to $22 now. Steve can't wake up, Mrs. Torrance. So, for those of you that have seen The Shining, you will know where that comes from. You can also get the first double-sided shirt that I have designed. You can get it with a transparent background or with a background on the front that's got the wood table that the typewriter is sitting on. This shirt is more expensive. It's $26 because it is double-sided. So extra printing. I am actually getting one of these for myself, and it should be in a few days. And when it does come in and I do a stream after I get this in, I will be wearing it so you guys and gals can see how it looks in person, kind of, sort of. But this is the Midday with Dana and Jay shirt, where I've replaced Jack Nicholson and Shelley Duvall's faces with both Jay's face and then my face. But here's the kicker. The back of it has Steve's face on Danny Lloyd or Danny Torrance. Midday with Dana and Jay. You never know what will scare up. Every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So, for you Shining fans and Midday with Dana and Jay fans, you can pick that up. Now, here's the one that doesn't have the transparent background except on the back. But on the front, you can see that wood table that the typewriter is sitting on. You can also get both the Retro Reggie Valentine shirt. That is my dog Reggie there. Or you can get the original Reggie Valentine shirt because he'll be your Valentine. You can pick up the TMI show shirt, breaking down barriers and dropping jaws since 2023. And if you don't believe me and you're new around here, check out the TMI show on the channel. But don't have kids around when you're watching that. You can pick up the original Movie Munchies design shirt. You can pick up, this is also, you can thank Blissful for this idea. She said I should use the design for the Deliverance Squeal Like Pigs in a Blanket Movie Munchies. I did. And now we have that on the TeePublic store. And then there are a couple of old designs that I had created when I first got my TeePublic shop going. So, hey, Russell. And Russell has been a member for 2 months, guys and gals. So he joined my channel 2 months ago. And so I love it. I love it for all the support that everybody's given me, whether it's monetary or not. Some people can't afford to give money or join channels or buy t-shirts or stuff like that. And I totally get that. Russell, you said, hey, Dana, Bliss, and fam, I miss Canadian here. Yeah, you need to pick up that, if you can, Russell, you need to pick up the, it ain't hard, or It's not horror if it ain't Canadian horror shirt where I've got the moose head. Um, hey, Chris. He says hi, Dana, and chat slash the like. Thank you very, very much, Chris. Yes, Blissful told me earlier today that she said, I still say it looks like a cool wanted poster. Super Batman Nerdy said, I laughed my ass off earlier about the drive-by design. Well, I am so glad that people are enjoying the designs, and there's more on the way, including a design that I'm going to create for the Captain Howdy burgers that I should be doing this coming Sunday on the movie Munchies. So stay tuned for that. Yes, Russell, that is right. Russell made sure he subscribed before he joined as well. So he was showing his support way before he joined. So I want to let everybody know what's on the agenda for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night should be me and TJ returning with the last half of season 1 of the Creep Show television series, or the Creep Show Shutter series, I should say. Thursday, I will be doing another triple threat review show for Seductive Poison the Resurgence. I will be talking about An American Werewolf in London, Amityville Horror, and April Fool's Day. I know we're not into April Fool's Day territory or season or whatever just yet, but we're going to talk about that movie, by golly. Friday will be another midday with Dana and Jay. Maybe I'll have my t-shirt by then. We'll see. If I do, I will be sure to wear it on the stream. I don't know what, if any topic we're going to have, but me and Jay always have a good time when we get together, even if we don't have a topic. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're of course going to have hopefully another movie munchies and a couple of watch alongs. Saturday, February 17th, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, will be Motel Hell. Sunday, February 18th, also starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, will be Groundhog Day. I know it's a little late for Groundhog Day, but you can never have too much Bill Murray, right? Just a little heads up, Saturday, February 24th, will be Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, followed on Sunday, February 25th, with Play Misty for Me. So we've got all that coming up in the coming weeks. Hey, Kathy. Kathy, by the way, I saw you got your stuff from your Dead Pit merch from T Public. So I hope you're enjoying it. I did see the mug that has my name on it. So, with all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get started talking about these movies. Now, the first movie I really, really liked, and I'm sorry I don't have visuals for any of these movies, but Big Wednesday, which I'm betting, if Blissful hasn't seen this movie, I'm betting she would love it because it's a surfer movie. It takes place in the 60s and 70s. It didn't come out till 78, but it's supposed to take place from the year 1962 to maybe 1975 or so, and has William Catt, Gary Busey, and Jan Michael Vincent as the main surfers. And Robert Englund, it shows up quite a bit. He doesn't have a lot of lines, but you see him quite a bit in the movie as one of their friends. He is called Fly in the film. But I love this film. I had seen it once before a long time ago and just never got around to watching it again. But very representative of the time period in which it was supposed to be. Very representative, I think, of surfers. If you've watched the Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares documentary on Robert Englund, he says that he actually was a surfer in real life. So, he fit right in with this stuff. I think William Catt may have been a surfer as well. I'm not sure about Gary Busey and Jan Michael Vincent though. If somebody can, provide me any information, I would be eternally grateful. Kathy, you love your new merch. Well, I'm sure Wes will be glad to hear that. Oh, Blissful. Yeah, you need to see it. Yeah, golden age of surfing. Exactly. And like I said, I think it perfectly captures the time period. You've got the music from that time period, and it covers Vietnam War era stuff and the guys actually trying to get out of having to go to war. And, when Uncle Sam came calling. Um, Blizzle, you say you got into servers in the mid 80s. Well, I still think you would love this film because, like you said, golden age of surfing. Gary Busey's fantastic in this. William Catt's fantastic. Jan Michael Vincent. Robert Englund as a background character. I think he has one big line in the movie, but it's when William Catt's character is getting ready to be sent off to Vietnam. Um, and I just love the roller coaster aspect of it where, who's going to live, who's going to die, who's going to, get married and then get divorced. And there's a lot of different things going on here. It's not all just the surfing scene, but the surfing scene is at the core of the film. And if you want to see Robert Englund with a lot of cute ladies, he's always got his arm around one in this movie, pretty much, except when they're at the enlistment center. Um, so, um, great movie. I was pleased to be able to go back and watch it again. Um, Robert Englund, even though it was a little bit smaller part than some of these movies I've been talking about, still nonetheless, he adds that touch that only Robert Englund can add to a movie. And so, of course, I have to give it 5 Deadites out of 5. There's just no question about this. Um, Fantastic film. If you've not seen Big Wednesday, I encourage you to watch it. Um, so the next film was the one that I said that I could not, after going through the movie three times, I could not see hide nor hair of Robert Englund anywhere in this movie. But evidently, he's supposed to play Sergeant Bell. Okay, but I didn't see him. But as for a movie, I thought it was that really melodramatic, uh, overly sweet at times and stuff like that. It just wasn't my cup of tea. It's a movie about Fort Edwards Air Force Base and the different men and their women, and there's rape in it, but it was made for TV, so you're not you get the gist of what happened. One of the guys' wives gets raped. One guy gets paralyzed, um, and will be in a wheelchair for the rest of his life, basically, from what the doctor says. And so there's a lot of, I don't want to call it crap, but it's too much melodrama for me at this point in time. And the story wasn't really all that good. And you know how they used to do with TV movies, there'd be guest stars galore. Donna Wilkes was in it, and Robert Gentry. Um, I'm trying to think of all the different people that were in it, but people like Donna Wilkes are good actresses, but they don't. She's not really given a lot to do in this movie. So yeah, not too fond of the movie itself. And then, damn it, I didn't even get to see Robert Englund in it. So um, I'd probably have to give this one because yeah, if I had seen Robert Englund in it, it might have bumped it up to a two. But since I didn't get to see him in it, all I can give it is a one. So the last one is a it's a fun little movie. It has some violent scenes in it and has some emotional scenes, but that's Blood Brothers from 1978, and it has a very young Richard Gere in it, and Robert Englund plays a character called Mott, who's basically like this disco guy that goes and gets his ladies, and then he kind of gets menaced by I don't know, I wasn't sure if like Richard Gere and one of the other guys were relatives of this one woman or something, but it wasn't really like the character of Mott was trying to rape this girl. They just kind of Richard Gere and the other guy just kind of busted in and start, attacking Mott and these other guys. Um, but the movie as a whole is decent. Not the best movie I've seen. But basically, a young man is torn between falling in his brother's footsteps or striking out on his own. And that's the character of Richard Gere. He's uh, the main person in this movie. Um, it was directed by Robert Mulligan. Um, Paul Sorvino's in it, Tony LoBianco, Richard Gere. Of course, as I said, Robert Englund plays a small role as Mott. Um, Kenneth McMillan's in it, Mary Lou Henner, Christine DeBelle, um, Danny Aiello. Didn't want to miss any big names here. Oh, and before I forget, guess who was in Big Wednesday in a small part? Um, None other than Mr. Maniac himself, Joe Spinell, was in there as a doctor. I was like, damn, Joe Spinell was everywhere, everywhere. Um, but this one was emotional at times. However, it wasn't that sappy, syrupy melodrama that was in The Courage and the Passion. And I respected the movie because it did not do that. It did not sink to that level. And of course, it wasn't a made for TV movie either. I loved watching Robert Englund in the couple of scenes he was in. He added a little, I felt like he added a little levity to the film, which I think it needed. It could have turned into something a lot more heavy handed had you not had little scenes like that. So, um, I would give Blood Brothers, and I want to go back and see it again. I give it a four because I thought it was a decent movie, worthy of at least one watch. If not to watch, if the only reason you're watching is for Robert Englund, that's fine. But you've got other people in this film that help to carry it along, and decent film. Not probably not going to win any awards, or probably didn't win any awards, but still a worthy film nonetheless. Russell, you say, taught our cat to surf years ago, made local paper. Oh, that's cool. Super Batman Nerd, you say, possibly provided a voice for his character like JLC and Adrian Barbeau in JC films. Yeah, I mean, that's possible. Maybe I missed like a phone call or something where you just heard his voice. Um, Hey, Wes, you said, what's up tonight, boss? Well, actually, I was talking about three more Robert Englund films, although I couldn't find Robert Englund in The Courage and the Passion, and he was supposed to be in it. Maybe I need to go back and watch that, the documentary, Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares. Um, so you got one really fantastic film in Big Wednesday. You have a decent film in Bloodbrothers, and then you have a very poor film where I didn't even get to see Robert Englund, The Courage and the Passion. All three of these films were from 1978. I'm not going to tell you not to watch The Courage and the Passion. You can watch it on YouTube, as you can also watch Bloodbrothers. Sir Batman Nerd, you say you skimmed through the movie on YouTube and didn't find them either, so I guess I'm not crazy then, because, second pair of eyes did not find Robert Englund in the film either. If anybody knows any more information about that, if for some reason his scene was on the cutting room floor and they just left his credit in the end credits, I'd love to hear the story behind that. But no, Big Wednesday isn't on YouTube, unfortunately. Blissful, yeah, I think you can rent it or buy it that way, and maybe on Amazon as well. But no, it's not on Tubi, it's not on YouTube. If anybody, it is on Daily Motion, but I wouldn't recommend you watch it on Daily Motion, because I guess to have it on there, they had to zoom in and zoom back out. And I was like, I can't watch this movie like this. It doesn't say anything on IMDb. It doesn't even give him a credit, Super Batman Nerd. Well, I know I saw when I bring Robert Englund up. That's why I'm wondering if somebody has a name maybe that's spelled similar to his. Let me see if I bring this back up here, because I know I'm not crazy. Let's see. Let's bring all these back up here. Let's go scroll down. Yeah, here it is, like in his list of movies: The Courage and the Passion, TV movie, Sergeant Bell. So I'm just not sure what happened there. But here's the thing. They list this as an hour and 40 minutes. The only version I could find on YouTube was a little over an hour. So what I think may have happened is whatever that version is on YouTube is cut for some reason, and that I didn't get to see Robert Englund. Now, if I had gotten to see Robert Englund, it probably would have bumped it up to a 2. But again, that's as far as I would have bumped it up. Yeah, just a credit, exactly. So I guess that's all I got to talk about tonight. But I will tell you that next week I will be covering 3 more Robert Englund films: The Fifth Floor from 1978, The Ordeal of Patty Hearst from 1979, and Mind Over Murder, also from 1979. And in the meantime, I'll probably look up and see if I can find the hour and 40-minute version of The Courage and the Passion, and see if I don't know why they would have cut out so much out of that movie. I have no idea. But it's supposed to be an hour and 40 minutes. So, um, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight for this. We had quite a few people in here for just me rambling on about 3 movies, one of which I couldn't even speak to Robert Englund being in there. But, I still had a good time talking about everything and sharing those t shirt designs with you guys and gals. I can probably stay on here a few more minutes if anybody has anything they want to ask me or bring up. Um, Chris says he still needs to check out The Forest. Again, I have The Forest back there, and I have not been able to get through that movie yet. I'm going to give it another try, though. Eventually, I should be able to get through it. So, in these last few minutes, if anybody has anything they want to bring up or ask, I'll be glad to try to answer it to the best of my ability. But probably about 9:05, I'll get off here. I've got a few things to do. I finally got my pot of vegetable soup made too, which I don't know why I've been putting off. I think I've just been too tired. Um, but I hope everybody has had a great day today. I hope you've had a great Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day, middle of the week, middle of the road, and what year is Big Wednesday? It's 1978, Russell. Anything else going on with anybody before I get off of here? I know these are really quick and dirty type of things, but I hate to go on about movies, too much and bore people. Um, which is why I'm trying to keep a lot of this stuff short. Now, when we start to get into the Nightmare on Elm Street films and stuff like that, I'll probably go on a little bit longer. Oh, great. Well, Blissful, you might be able to go on Look Movie 2 and watch it because Russell says he found it on there. Now, Russell, I have to ask you, and I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything, but Look Movie 2 ain't one of those things that has like porno stuff in the margins, does it? Oh, well, thank you, Super Batman Nerd, that you say I'm not boring you guys. Kathy, I saw where you made vegetable soup. You say you made it yesterday, ate it last night and tonight, and it looked delicious too. I love me some vegetable soup. But well, it is now officially 9:05. I've been on here for around 35 minutes. But I want to thank all of you guys and gals for being in here with me tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time when me and TJ will be talking about the last half of the season 1 episodes of Creep Show. It's sure to be a lot of fun. Yes, Jan Michael Vincent. Jan Michael Vincent has actually been in 2 of the movies that I've talked about that also have Robert Englund in them. One was Buster and Billy, which was his first film, and then also Big Wednesday. No, if anything, vegetable soup will probably lower my blood sugar. I have to watch it sometimes when I eat it. Um, so I'm going to call it a night, guys and gals. Thank you once again for joining me for another episode of Everybody Wants England. Um, Thank you for the hugs, Kathy. Everybody could use hugs and prayers and all that stuff. Good night, Blissful. And you never know what designs I'm gonna be coming up with next. So be on the lookout for all of those and more. Um, and I'm getting out of here for the night, and before I just start rambling. So y'all have a great night, and I will see everybody next time.